Okay, welcome back, YouTube Tamers. I am the V-Tamer, and I am back with the Puppet Master Editor in command of this channel. And we are casting round 3, but the second part of our 5-part series of the Wildcard Cyclone Story Championship event. The first video, we kind of went ahead and confirmed that I was the head judge for the event, so I couldn't play. But you, Cody, were there watching all these matches. What do we got for this round?
Yeah, so for round 3, it's going to be Glowing Dawn versus Jupiter, which are definitely top tier decks.
Top tier decks.
Yeah, I think at this point we were pulling the X1s for these videos, and these guys definitely were bringing out, because these decks are explosive.
They're playing to win, and you're absolutely right with the explosiveness of these two decks. My hot take of the game is I think Jupiter is suited to be the best meta deck in the format because it just fights the other decks really well. Glowing Dawn is also a very strong deck, which is kind of unique in that it's a structure deck that came out, with a few, support from the main set, but it has done a big impact on the meta right away. It has insane, if it finds its pieces, which is what my concern is of Glowing Dawn, if it's finds its pieces, then it's able to scale up very efficiently from rookie to mega, and then swing probably like 4 or 5 checks and OTK you out of nowhere. It has option removal, which is kind of good in this meta. Let's go ahead and just jump into the matchup and see what these decks are able to do. We got Moises on Glowing Dawn and Jimimi on Jupiter. Jimimi is the one who makes our thumbnails for this channel. So I'm going to be a little bit biased here. I'm not supposed to, but I am. Not because he's playing Jupiter, but he's a really awesome dude. Moises is probably a really cool guy as well. I don't know which area he's coming from, but we're glad to have him out. But let's just jump into it. He hatches the Glowing Dog egg, and that turns into Gecko, which turns into the Armalizamon.
Yes, so this is him waiting to use those Your Turn abilities.
Okay.
But we see on the Jiminy side, building up already to Aegeomon, which when moving ability will be pretty good.
This card's insane.
And then an on-play Lunamon, because these TS decks is broken with how much slop they have in them.
They need the support, but
Lunamon,
the Lunamon, it's a new searcher from BT25, adds a TS and an Iliad, bottom decking the TS promo Patamon, but he really doesn't need the Patamon at this point. He already has an Aegeomon set up. He's just hoping he has a Tamer already. Now, back to Moises, has Armalizamon. Now, I know this deck needs the Tamer. The Tamers will let him do all the efficient stuff. He has one in his hand. Is he going to play it? Possibly put Jimmy back to 1?
Well, the Tamer would gain a memory, so I think he's thinking, does he want to give it past more than 1? Because this will pay for 4.
Oh, but gain 1. Gain 1 because your opponent has a Digimon.
Yes.
I see. Okay,
so now he's in a situation where, all right, he's going to decide to put him to 3 and use that Glowing Dawn, which is their mem boost pretty much.
Okay. This is a promo card. It's weird. The consistency card is given in a promo tournament pack. So this Bandai trying to get players to come out to tournaments to build this deck. Because if you don't have that card, you're kind of... what Glowing Dawn, I mentioned is, or I think is a really strong deck, has insane memory efficiency. Only if you're able to find the Tamers, if you're able to find the pieces. But a weakness of the deck is when you don't have the pieces or you don't have the Tamers, like every other deck, you might struggle a little bit. And
we see Jiminy digivolving into Aegeomon up front, leaving the one in the breeding area in the back.
But he didn't use the effect to add a Tamer.
Maybe he just needed the draw to try to find a Tamer, but he lived, so he's going to play the Inori from hand.
Yeah, he lives because he has jamming, but he also has barriers. So this Aegeon's not going to die by battle anytime soon. And this might be relevant. I don't know if I'm seeing that Glowing Dawn has a bunch of green cards. I could imagine they're trying to win things by battle and with piercing.
Well, with their dual card, the Tradiusmon, he pops a Digimon.
Oh, deletes,
so,
okay.
Yeah, so that barrier is going to mean nothing if he goes all the way up, which he might, because he's eyeing that Armor Lizard. So he's going to do the Your Turn to trash to play an option. He's going to use the option side of Armor Lizard, which is Final Judgment. Just rush, sec +1, plus 5,000. And then may attack.
May attack now.
Yeah, then he's...
Now, this is being triggered by the egg? Oh, by the 5.
By the level 4's Your Turn ability.
Okay. You can play an option at reduced cost.
Yes, and then he's going to go into. Then he's going to Arts Digivolve.
Arts Digivolve. So he already has Rush, Sec +1. He's going to win Digivolving. You can trash the bottom, De-Digivolve 1. And then when Digivolving, you may battle one of your opponent's Digimon. So if he's able to Digivolve this Agumon, then the whole battle protection just kind of goes out the window.
Yeah, I think he's just going to...
Attacking as
he's doing the when attacking, trashing for the egg effect, I believe. To Digivolve straight into Triticus, which will then delete one of your opponent's lowest DP, becomes unaffected by Digimon effects, and now he's swinging with the Sec +1 that he got from the dual card. This will be 3 checks.
That's insane. And you kind of said it rather quickly, but unaffected by Digimon effect is one of the main things about this card. This is insane. He's doing 3 checks as reboot blocker, unaffected. Now he swinging. Did he not swing at security?
He did.
Okay.
So he swung. He hit 3 checks. Nothing ahead of security.
Nothing hit. Oh, that's
Gecko
rough.
on play. Search 2. Grab a green and a Beatbreak.
Okay. So one thing about Jupiter, right? Jupiter normally, like TS has options to deal with some of these cards, but if he's able to go into Jupiter, Jimmy is able to apply a minus 13k lingering effect to your opponent's turn. So that can probably kill off that level 6 Glowing Dawn card.
Yeah.
Now, he went ahead and promoted Agio, added security, played Asuna, Asuna discard, draws 2.
Best TS Tamer ever made, Asuna.
And triggered a Nori because security got removed. Yeah, Asuna is the queen of the last few sets. A lot of my videos have featured this card so many times.
Goes into Agio Choose, which will minus 5,000 for the turn, and then delete a 7,000 or less.
So you're applying the -5 to the boss monster and pops to level 3. Okay.
Yeah. I think that's just like what else to do, right? Like,
right.
But then we go into Jupiter for.
It should be a 1 cost.
One cost, maybe. Yeah.
Try security minus 13k till the end of your opponent's turn, and then recovers 2. And then because security got removed, you trash your opponent's security. And Jupiter's all turns protection effect is live, and his protection is when one of your TS cards leaves the board, you trash security, you protect it, and when you do so, you trigger the other all turns effect, which will trash your opponent's security. So he still has turn, and now Jimmy's trying to debate what does he do here, because for the time being, the Glowing Dawn boss monster. What's the name of the Glowing Dawn?
It's like a Triticus or something.
Okay.
A lot of consonants, a lot of syllables.
So he's swinging.
He does swing, and I guess he goes for the block because why not? Don't allow free checks.
But it's also because he may have he's anticipating that it's gonna die anyway on his turn. So really nice counterplay from Jimmy here.
Then the follow up Inori.
Okay.
Tamer's gonna gain that memory. This is where I think Glowing Dawn has to hope that for a turn he can just survive. We see the Chipperomon, which will give Retal to his stack, which will be good if he can become a blocker again.
Okay. Is he able to? It looks like he's playing Habakirimon. This card I am familiar with.
He might just play the Habakiri option side.
Okay.
Digivolve for 2 into Cougar. Okay.
Oh, he held off.
Which, again, one of those your turn effects.
He wants to put him exactly to 5 or 6.
6, yep, use the Habakiri effects.
Which is -8 to the board.
-8 to 8 Digimon, and then by trashing a security, -5 to board.
Got
so
it. Okay.
This guy's going to have -13 to him.
Ooh.
And then if he tries to decode out the Agiosmon,
it'll die right
that will
away.
also immediately die.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because one of the ways that Jupiter can play around this is by having a home rolls. And I think maybe that's what Jimmy was looking for early, is having a home rolls, because home rolls is really good against TP minus decks. So not having the home rolls was denying him from being able to play out the Agio. And because he got set to 6 memory, he's also denied from playing the Asuna. But we say that like it's a bad thing. You have 6 memory to work with.
Well, you know the new catchphrase, choke to 5.
Choke to 5.
This isn't a bad spot to be. Both these decks, though, are very setup decks that when they pull the trigger can be devastating, right? So giving both decks time to set up, so giving him 6 memory is going to give him a lot of time to digivolve his new stack in the back, play out more Tamers.
But he needs to be able to, like, one thing about Glowing Dawn is they can threaten game off of 4 or 5 security. I think Jimmy, he might have 5 memory, but he's not in a good spot. He might be
He's
in
going to
trouble.
hard slam that Agio and just use his on play effect.
Add, play a tamer. Hiroko will go ahead and search top 3. He needs the.
There's a Jupiter.
Yeah.
Maybe a Jupiter to go to 2 memory or 2 security. Because
you trigger Nori to Evo into Agios.
Goes into rush Agio choose because he has 3 or less security, so rush plus 3,000.
Now, can he game him from here?
That will be the question because it's 2 security on glowing dawn side.
Because here's the thing: he either has to game him here, or Jimmy might have to go into a Shine Gray. If he has Shine Gray, he can keep the game. He can lock out this game.
1 cost Jupiter, trashes security, swing because he still has rush.
Okay. Now how does the game game? He has Shine Gray. Did he have a Shine Gray?
Slam BT25 Agios, add top security, trigger then other Iori, go into another Agios. Choose.
That's insane.
Gains rush, may attack.
Insane.
So promo Agio choose really coming out to play right now.
That's insane. I was thinking he needs Shine Greymon to stall out for another turn, and Jimmy was like, "No, I'm gonna win right now. I don't need Shine Gray." That was a wild game 1.
I do know that for Jupiter decks, the Agio choose promo is. A lot of people wonder if, how many to play, if it's worth it to play, because they're split between a lot of good options. You know, the red yellow Agio choose for its removal ability and decode, blue Agio choose for its de-digivolve and unsuspend abilities. So promo, it's like, where does that fit in? And I guess when you run 2, you're setting up for when they try to choke you to 5 or 6.
You're gonna win.
You're gonna then pop off.
That's crazy. That was a wild game 1. So we are now on game 2 of that very explosive game 1 set. Now, let's see how Glowing Dawn's able to rebound from that, because I thought they did the right call in outing the Jupiter and being able to set up a lethal turn the following turn, but Jimmy being able to find the right combination of cards with that promo Agio choose ball to get the double swing for game was kind of impressive.
Yeah, I think this all just comes down to setup.
It's a race.
Yeah, Jupiter has the fortunate side of Agio choose having a when moving setup kind of play, where Tamers are just needed on Glowing Dawn side. Like if he could just start slamming Tamers down, he's off to the races.
Okay. So this time Jimmy will be starting. Doesn't have a rookie. Plays the queen of TS currently. Asuna will discard draw 2.
Discarding that Agio, so if not responded right, Agio can start going off next turn even without that rookie.
Yeah.
Oh, but we do have the E-Pulse, which will play the Tamer.
Memory setter.
Memset Tamer.
Okay.
When a Digimon suspends,
wow.
Put cards from
to top your deck to under the Tamer.
Under the Tamer, yes. And then trash 1 to reduce an option cost by 3.
Okay. That's really
or by
strong.
1, my bad, by 1.
By 1, okay. And that's really strong on the going on Moises, right? This is very strong opener, but he has 4 cards in hand, so he didn't really search or draw a lot, but I'm sure he searched with the memory boost, and the E-Pulse will probably get him a draw afterwards. Back to Jimmy, discards Asuna for Asuna, which is not the worst play because the Asuna can technically tag out into the Asuna, but we got the main character of the meta. This is the main character of the game, or as a series as we know it. Time Strangers is a very popular game. It's a very well-beloved game, and that's the Pro Tag. Now, can Jimmy's board looks really strong here, but...
Start a main E-Pulse has to activate. Well, if you want to activate, you have to do start a main.
Tuck under, draw card, gain a memory?
Yes.
Okay, and he's now evoing for 2 into Cougarmon, which just adds top security, recovers 1.
And then your turn effect, if it would Digivolve, trash the bottom to reduce by 2.
Got it. Now, the thing is, he's trashing it right now, trashing the E-Pulse to Evo for 1.
Yeah, 1 into Murasamon.
Okay. Murasamon adds lines. When Digimon when attacking, if it's your turn, by adding your top security to your hand, you may use an option, reducing its use cost by 3.
You may play or use.
Oh, play or use.
Yeah, so it lets you put out a body for that alliance play.
Okay.
Or to use the Hippocaria, or the option to go into a dual card
Okay.
to go into your 6.
Got it.
First, because he swung, he gets to tap his Tamer to put 2 underneath, which will be pretty much ammo for his plays.
Sure.
Because now he's going to immediately discard the bottom.
Now he's fumbling there, but he's like, oh, hold on. He's playing a little too fast, but he might.
Discard the bottom to use more offset to play for 3 less. Play or use.
And one thing I do encourage for people who are watching this series and are probably anticipating playing at a bigger event or whatever is it's okay to slow down just a bit when you're doing your plays, because you wouldn't not want to be in a situation you play too fast, you trash the wrong card, and then your opponent tells you, oh, you can't do anything else. So good stuff on Moises to slow it down just a little bit there. And
so here we see he used Alliance to get that sec +1, and then he used the egg effect to trash the bottom of his Tamer to then digital for 2 less.
And he got 3 security checks.
3
on
checks
that.
Because he allianced before going into his 6 there. Those are all digivolving though, so he's not using the dual card effects.
Okay.
He's just going straight digivolve, which sometimes is what you do because it's the cheaper route.
Now, is he about to pass over 5, or he's gonna try to throw him in a 1?
I mean,
he does neither.
Just chose 3 because Eeples can play from trash, so he's going to grab that
Pretty
Tomoro and Koyo.
Okay.
Gain a memory. Oh, no gain a memory because he has no Digimon on the opponent's
Got
side.
it.
But yeah.
That's one of the strengths of Glowing Dawn is like when you check into their security and they have either the E-Pulse or that dual tamer, it will actually, it's a security trap and it will steal turn if you're not ready for it. So one thing.
He was going to reboot, but then he remembered that Asuna has to go first.
Okay.
Which matters in some matchups.
Right.
But
I'm surprised he passed him over at 4. This is the worst number to give any TS deck.
Oh, he put him at 3.
I'll put him 3, sorry. Yeah. Okay.
So 1 Asuna to play elect.
Has 2 pieces. Double hit. This one has Iliad. Okay. Iliad and TS. Okay. Now is he gonna do the other Asuna? Is he gonna do Asuna to Asuna? That's really goated play. Rolly Asuna to Asuna. That's the way. Is he gonna do it? Does he need the body? Now something interesting here is he can turn the Asuna into another Lunamon to keep digging, but that's usually stronger in like the TS slot variants of Time Stranger. But in Jupiter, I don't know if it's really.
Oh, well, that seems to be a Neptunemon that he just picked up.
He's taking the Neptune.
Neptune, Jupiter being added to hand.
Oh, this is.
I mean, yeah, the strongest aspect of any of the TS decks is their ability to just tech in another TS boss.
Yeah.
Especially the Olympus 12, where it's like, oh, you can run Diana, Venus.
Yeah, Venus, Minerva.
All of them in a Jupiter deck. Like, you'll always see that Jupiter, but then they'll just if the conditions are set right, they'll hard slam another boss, and what do you do?
Okay, so let's see what he does here. He goes ahead and Agio, when moving, promotes, adds security, plays out a tamer. Hiroko searches top 3. Now that's what he needs. He needed the Inori. Oh, he needs a Shine Gray. Now Shine Gray, it's relevant here, but I don't know if he needs it when your opponent has a rookie in the back. They're gonna try to promote to counterplay. But so he is probably hurting a little bit because it got bottom deck, but he does need the Inori for sure.
I think Jupiter is fine enough on his own to get rid of these because he can go to Agio, choose to take care of the smaller body, and then you can go into Jupiter to have that lingering effect, take out the bigger body.
But the thing is, Moises is set up to have a strong following turn because he has both tamers, he has the E-Pulse, you gain a lot of memory, and what we know already from game 1 is that Glowing Dawn has access to Rush, and unless you completely take them out of the game, they're gonna be able to come back and push at any moment. But now he went ahead and Agio a second time, plays Inori by remove security, had 0 security, swung Elecmon, add security to your hand, I think, and then recovers +1, but you have no security, it's just a recovery +1. And he's just swarming with Agiomon.
Which will, by adding top hand -5,000 to a Digimon, which will trigger the Inori.
I see.
So he's just been
Okay.
Slowly moving up these lines.
Into the blue Agio choose, which is D-Digivolve, but Currently doesn't do anything because Glowing Dawn's unaffected. And goes Jupiter for 0, which is a very busted play to go into a boss like this. And he will apply the -13, that, again, lingering, to the end of the opponent's turn. And Jimmy's reminding him right here, like, that thing is dead. Okay? Now, the thing is, I think Jimmy tried to choke him to 1, which I don't know if that was the best option he could have done. But, you know, because I think Moises here is going to go to 3 from the Mem Setter and then gain 1 more because Jimmy has a Digimon on board. And then E-Pulse to gain another memory. So he's at 5. Is 5 the magic number to be able to come back? Because he has a memory boost, so he can go to 7. He doesn't bite his actually.
Yeah, we see, you know, even at 5 memory, potentially 7, I think it's now maybe a holdout play to see what he can, if he can clear up this board without committing too much. His opponent did push out, so there's not going to be anything in raising. He has that Hiroko, so if he can end him on 5, it's just whatever the Jupitermon can play. Yeah,
he's doing the Habakirimon.
Just the Habakiri part, just the option.
Just the option.
Dual cards being options first. Reducing it by 1 with the...
Okay.
Which is interesting because you think he'd want to reduce it.
Yeah.
He would want to get that more towards the
magic number of 5.
Yeah, the denial. But he does clear the board because it's -13 to 1 stack and -5 to everything.
That's insane. That's such an underrated card. A lot of people, I think, with Glowing Dawn are now realizing how good that option card is. It's just he cleared the whole board. Now, if he was able to do that and pass him over to 5, Jimmy can still potentially play off of 5 memory, but at least with 2, if he has... And he dug a lot. He did 2 searches. He did double Asuna. He went ahead and dug with Elecmon, a Lunamon. So he probably has everything he needs at this point. Or does he?
Going to go into Patamon at starter turn. So at start on main, he can trigger that effect to Digivolve for free because he's at 4 or less.
Mm-hmm. Now he needs an Agiomon.
Always a little busted play. Especially since we know he runs the promo Ajo Choose.
Correct.
So if this pops off the way that I'm hoping he hopes, maybe he's expecting a couple swings this turn.
Okay, he gained Rush, but he's playing Homrose. This is what he needed before. Now, he can do double Jupiter plays, but I think at this point he's just going to Evo into Ajo Choose. Now, I think he has a red one already in hand.
He does have that promo, yeah, I see it.
But what does it do right now? Do you go into the red one and swing for the... Yeah, I think it's correct to not go into the red one because Moises has, looks like 5 security. So unless you're going for game, I don't think it's right to go into the red one. But I also don't know... I guess the strength of this Ajo Choose Blue is you can sit on Decode, but...
Well, no. Yeah, I guess he sits on Decode on face, right? But with his opponent at 4 security, he's kind of setting up for next turn being, I feel like, the final turn, right? Like, he's got that pad in the back. The only thing is, he's sitting at 1 security. So does he go into Jupiter to sit at 2 security? Does he try to find a way to stun those Tamers so they can't be used for... So they can't reload?
Oh, does Jimmy play Venusmon? That's a good question. I didn't see his deck profile, but it looks like I can see it where his thumb is.
I think he does have a tech card in there.
Okay, he's playing the Venus, and might be... And that's the thing, like, one thing of when we're casting and when we're playing, what we're seeing may not always be what's, being... Like, we can see what's happening, right? But we don't know what their thought process is. So, see, I thought he was going to go Venusmon, but he decides, no, we're going to go in Diana now. Dianamon is a very underrated card from this set. A lot of people are barely starting to discover how strong her Floodgate effect is. Anytime you Digivolve, at any point, you will lose 4 sources, and then, you won't probably get that second effect, which is 2 of your Digimon may Digivolve into Grace Nova, unless you're playing a red boss, but you're not playing a red TS top end usually.
Yeah, I think what now, so their hope is that they can, when they try to go up into the Glowing Dawn stack, right, they'll be able to strip some of those sources that have kind of a pain. But one of the benefits of this Glowing Dawn deck is that sometimes you don't have to, that your effects are chaining so much that you'll get to your boss before that Dianamon can trigger.
Correct. And so I think in this case, and this is something I guess Jimmy will have to tell me later, but I would I'm curious to see why he went to the Dianamon over the Venusmon. I think if you stun those two Tamers with the Venusmon, you kind of deny your opponent the efficiency, but maybe not, because I think a lot of times the Tamers don't themselves have to suspend too much. They just need to have sources under the trash.
Yes.
So maybe that's what Jimmy thought and said, it's not really worth it going to Venusmon. At least with Dianamon, if Moises kind of just evolves a little prematurely without the Digivolving or outing the Dianamon, then maybe Jimmy's banking on the opponent messing up. And that's kind of like the player thing. Like, we know what the decks are capable of doing, but are the players able to identify some of these setups and be able to counterplay beforehand?
Yeah, so we see he's thinking about how he's going to go off here. So he's going to trash one so he can Digivolve for 2 less, going to the Murmasamon, using probably the when Digivolving effect aspect, not the one attacking. So either trashing from security or from under Tamer to use the option or play Digimon for reduced cost of 3. Trashing security.
That's Habakiri. Okay, that's
use the Habakiri option side. -8. Then trash again. -5. So killing Dianamon before she gets a chance to do her thing.
And then decode's gonna kick in.
No decode on the Inheritable. It's Aegyo Red has the decode.
Got it. Okay.
The decode is on face only.
Interesting.
So now we're at Habakiri. Gives it plus 3,000 by the double tamer effects. Habakiri has this fun effect where he recovers and then trashes
the player with the most security.
Yes. I don't think he did the trash, but I don't think it's going to matter because he's going to swing with that 15.
Yeah, Jimmy has no security.
And then end of attack, Muramasa Inheritable unsuspend by trashing.
Swing the game. Okay. Interesting comeback from Moises and Glowing Dawn. Now let's see how game 3 plays out. Now on to game 3. And again, explosive is an underrated statement for both of these decks. These decks hit hard. They hit really fast. Now, 1-1, right? So series is currently tied. I don't know if they mulliganed or not, but we're gonna see I wonder who's going first here. Let's see who decided to go first. Jimmy lost.
It kind of matters because I do feel like Jupiter wants to go first, right?
Well, no, Jimmy went ahead and forfeited that, gave it to Moses to go first. But so Jimmy wants to go second. I guess he is anticipating that he's not gonna. He needs more pieces, and he gets an extra card, so he'll have better setup. And this is an okay opening for Moises. He's not, he's searching pieces. He searches top 3, and then when he pushes out the Gecko, he's gonna search another top 3. So Jimmy evolves into Lunamon, which offers jamming to his stack. It does come up sometimes. You don't have to use barrier. But 3 memory, he's deciding on what to do. I see he goes in order for 3. It's gonna do Asuna, the queen of TS. Discard Jupiter, trash 2. That's not a really good target to discard this early in the game.
No, I think it's one of those things when you're in a game 3 that you're like, I only need 1 or 2 to win. So maybe he has another one in hand already.
Perhaps. I can't see from here, but
E pulls to play out the double tamer. No mem gang, but
no mem gang. This is one thing about Glowing Dawn is okay. Let's discard the Aegyo. If he discards Aegyo, he's back in the game. Or maybe not. Maybe he has something else, but discard something that can be played by the Asuna because you're gonna. Oh no!
Minerva.
Discard Minerva. Well, he actually opened not too hot.
Unless he only has. He wants to save the Aegyo for the Digivolve stack. I'm not sure, but we see that Glowing Dawn option, and then next turn, Glowing Dawn's gonna have a nice time because when he pushes up, he now has a target to tuck under.
Correct.
With that double tamer.
And it's really unfortunate that the Geckomon actually survived because now Jimmy has to answer it right away. Because the Glowing Dawn can threaten, from 4 security, can threaten lethal. And the thing is, what's rough is that the Asunas don't have any targets to plan. He's been at 3-4 memory for the last few turns. Oh, he's missing things. Oh, this is very unfortunate. He probably doesn't have the Aegyo. If he had the Aegyo, he would have discarded it. Now,
he did choke to 1.
Yeah, putting Moses to 1 is a strong play. And one of the things in this matchup in particular is you don't want to put Digimon on board to give them the ability to gain memory off of that tamer. You always want to sit on Inori, Hiroko, just keep passing until you find your pieces. Now, Glowing Dawn has shown already that it can just out of nowhere kill stacks. But when you're playing this matchup, you never want to search. You don't want to play Searcher Rookies against a Glowing Dawn deck, or any deck for that matter that gains memory when you have a Digimon on board. So he goes to 2 with the Tamer. He did win moving, so I think the Geckomon searched another piece. He is using Glowing Dawn to go to 4.
Yep, and then he's going to go into Cougarmon to add security to hand, recover 1.
Yep.
That your turn effect is probably going to be very important right now, where he's going to reduce that resolution cost by 2.
Okay.
I assume maybe Muramasamon is the best play here.
Yeah, it might be.
He has it. Yeah, because this is where you're going to get Alliance.
Oh, and see that Gecko staying on board. I mean, he can play a body on his own, but
choosing to trash because he probably wants those 2. He only has 2 cards underneath his Tamer, so he needs to be wise about how he uses them.
Okay.
So trashing his own security to play out a Geckomon.
Okay, so he's searching.
So he wants the Alliance. He wants those checks.
This is consistency. Consistency. Where everyone watching at home is being able to find your cards. If you can't find your cards, your deck is not consistent. But he is going to go ahead and do the Alliance here, trashing the bomb security to
Digivolve for 2 less.
Okay.
So he's going to go straight into
Atreides
Then Atreusmon, unaffected. It's going to get +3 from the double tamer. 15, 3 checks.
Oof.
And this is where it's going to...
Wait, he might be able to game him here if he has
because he has 1 under his tamer. He's going to be able to use the end of attack, unsuspend.
Yeah, this is game. Swing with the rookie.
Just
no
in case.
bombs here. Without Agemon, and then that's
a 1 turn. I guess 4 checks and kill.
Yeah, I mean,
because he already did 1 with the Gecko, but yeah,
very interesting. I mean, I don't know what to say here. I think that game 3 was a letdown. That was a good set into this game. I think Jimmy didn't find his pieces. He wasn't really able to interact, and Moises did find, the Geckomon staying alive mattered. He was able to find his things relatively quickly, and obviously he did a great job of running this deck optimally, and also capitalizing on the fact that he knew Jimmy didn't have anything to do, on his side. So he was able to just say, you know what, I'm going to just game you right here. I think this is an opportunity. He saw the opportunity and went ahead and pushed for it. So good job on his part.
That's the round 3 game match.
All right. Well, then, you know what? Thanks to everyone who watched this set. I'm the V-Tamer. I am here with the Puppet Master Cody. Like and subscribe. We have more coming up. See you later.